Hello guys, I'm back with you today, and today I'm going to be doing a pretty much natural-esque makeup video for you guys, and I hope you like it. So I start off with the Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Lotion to moisturize my face, and by the way, these are all going to be drugstore products because I am a teenager in high school and I do not have the money to afford high-end. So you're just going to rub it into your skin. You do that, you want to prime. And I use the Mirabella Prime, and this came in one of my BoxyCharms. But I'm no longer subscribed because I didn't have enough money to go and buy the box every month. And you're gonna apply this in your T-zone and a little bit on your laugh lines and just a tiny bit under your eye, so you will at least try to prevent creasing. So just repeat it on this side, and then after that I put a little on my chin, a little along my nose, some on my forehead, and very little on my eyelids as a primer for my eyes. Okay, after you let your moisturizer and primer soak in, I use the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and 10 Light, and I apply it to my eyelids just to cancel out the veins. And what I use is the BH Cosmetics Angled Kabuki. You want to do this with a dabbing motion more than a swiping motion to keep the pigmentation and all that on your eyes. Just keep blending, blending, blending until you're good, and I'll be back after I'm done blending this. After that, I like to set it with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I use the shade Translucent, and I use my Eco Tools, basically like a powder brush, average powder brush, and then you're gonna tap off the excess and just lay a light layer of it there, just so it won't move around throughout. And then after that, I like to take my Fit Me foundation, the original, and I use the shade 130 Buff Beige. And I spread it evenly dotted across my face, and I don't like using too much. I mean, maybe this is more than enough for others, but I mean, I like a pretty well-rounded out face. And I bring it down my neck just slightly, just so I can have a bit. And I like using it down my neck just so it won't look like a harsh line, and you don't want to look like that. So I first blend it in with my BH Cosmetics Flat Top Kabuki, and I just use dabbing motions to get the most color and pigmentation payoff. And I blend it into my ears, just a slight swipe, and then you can start buffing it in a little. And I'm gonna use downward motion so that my hairs, because everyone has hairs on their face, so that they're not noticeable. And I like to blend it into the crevice of my nose here. And I will be back when I just tend to use a little sponge, and I know this isn't a beauty blender, but I got this from Target. It's the Sonia Kashuk beauty blender, and I tend to blend it out even further just so it won't look cakey and it looks more natural. And I take a spray bottle full of water and I spray the ends. I tend to go dab, 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 dab. And I just dab it all in, just so it won't look cakey. And then I even bring it down my neck. I use more of the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and 10 Light, and I use this under my eyes, just in the part where it looks most darkest because of dark circles. And I take just a dot right here, a dot right there, a dot down the bridge of my nose, well, 2 dots, and then 3 dots on my forehead. And first I begin to blend it out with my finger. And this is more for just to make it look like I don't have anything. It's not for a brightening effect, just a slight brightening effect. And then after I blend it a little with my fingers, I take my BH Cosmetics Angled Flat Top Kabuki and I just go further blend. And then I blend the rest of the concealer on my face with the flat top. It's just my under eyes where I use my finger first because your finger has warmth. And it'll make it much easier to blend out and make it look natural. And I'll be back right after I finish blending this all in. After I'm done blending it all out, I will once again take my sponge and just blend it out a little further, just so it won't look cakey under my eyes or anywhere else that I put the concealer. Bring it all in. I once again take my Stay Matte powder and my Eco Tools powder brush, and I take a 1-2 and I tap off, and I just set under my eye. And I swipe it at the end. First I pat, then I swipe. Swipe. Up, swipe. And then I just take the slightest powder and I just set my T-zone so I won't get oily throughout the day. Oh, and I forgot. I have normal, slightly combo skin. A little lip balm. Just to give myself a nice shine. And this is the Baby Lips by Maybelline, and just like the regular blue packaging, doesn't have any color. And then after that, I tend to use a little bit, just a little bit, of the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzer in Sunny. And then I take my BH Cosmetics kind of angled contouring brush, and I just use one because this is very pigmented, and then I use it at the ear area, and then I blend it in towards my mouth, and I take one more and I pat, and then I do it just everywhere, because this is not for contouring, it's just for bronzing up my skin. And I take one, pat it off, do this side, one, tap it off, and then I do this side, and I just blend it in a lot because it is pretty pigmented and I don't need a lot of it. And then I just take a little more and I take it on my temples, and I barely even touch my forehead. And then I take a tiny bit. Barely touch your forehead. Barely, I tell you, barely. And then you're gonna connect it slightly on top. Just slightly. And then you're gonna blend it in even more. And then you're gonna take whatever's left and put it along the sides, temples of your face. And then I take just a little more, bring it down my neck. And along my jawline. And just to slightly clean up, if I went a little too low for my bronzer, I take the Stay Matte powder once again in my powder brush, and I tap it a good couple times, and I lay it flat right here and right here, just so that it can clean up. And then I keep it there. And then after that, I take NYX or NYX Cosmetics blush in Mocha. And I use the contouring brush from BH Cosmetics in just a little bit. And then I tap it on my cheeks. I use it from here to about my cheeks, the apples, and then I blend it in with the bronzer so it doesn't look harsh and like there's two different things on your face. And then a little more, and take it along the same area and blend it in. And that's it for that. And then for the powder, you're just gonna swipe it away. And then once you're done with that, you're gonna take some mascara, and this is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in Blackest Black. You probably won't be able to see that, but it's 910 Black is Black. And then you're gonna apply it from the base of your lash to the top. The base to the top. And I like to wiggle it out when it gets a little clumpy, and then I just keep going. And I like to apply the slightest amount on my bottom lashes. And I will be back after I do my other eye. As you can see, I personally think mascara makes a huge difference. And there's a close-up for you. And then for the end, I just take my NYX or NYX Dewy Finishing Spray, and I go pretty far away so that it doesn't go splash in one straight little part. So I do an X and a T. Once you're done with your NYX setting spray, you're done. I'll do one last close-up. Bye guys!